Barcelona defeated Real Oviedo 3 goals to 1 in a game where Ronald Araujo scored and assisted, Marcus Rashford assisted, Robert Lewandowski scored, Eric Garcia scored, and Frankie de Jong also assisted for Barcelona. If I'm being honest with you, this game today was not actually Barcelona's best game. If I'm being honest, right? We expected Barcelona to play better than this, and I know they can do better than this. Did Barcelona have a good game against Real Oviedo? Yes, but they can still do better than this. When you take a look at the first 45 minutes of this game, if I'm not being biased with you, Barcelona played the first 45 minutes of the game very well, but they could have scored 2 goals during the first 45 minutes of the game. But the problem during the first 45 minutes of the game that they encountered was simply that they were not putting that energy that was needed to be introduced into such a game like a game against Real Oviedo. This was La Liga match day 6. Real Madrid is already ahead of Barcelona with 2 points. Before this game, Real Madrid were ahead of Barcelona with 5 points, and Barcelona knew the task that they had to deliver in this game against Real Oviedo. Now, when you take a look at all the first 45 minutes, did Barcelona play well? Like I said, they play better. They were good, but I believe they can still do better than this. And I'm seeing people dragging Joan Garcia for that mistake he made, right? I myself, Joan Garcia made a mistake. I understand the mistake, right? But I accept mistakes in this type of games where you make mistakes and you still end up winning the game, because it is from those mistakes that you learn, and what you learn will help you to win more important games. I don't know if I'm making sense. Joan Garcia is going to learn from the mistake that he made today against Real Oviedo, and that mistake is going to help him against a game like Real Madrid, Villarreal, Atletico de Madrid. In fact, the mistake is going to help him to work better for upcoming games. Remember, this is just La Liga match day 6, meaning we still have 32 La Liga games to play, and he needs to be at his best level for the games. Now, let's just take a look at the substitution that Hansi Flick made during the first half, right? On coming back for the second half, I saw Frankie de Jong. I made a video during the first half. I said Marc Casado needs to be substituted because the guy was not actually in this game, right? When Frankie de Jong came in, remember, Frankie de Jong and Pedri, these two guys are just too good. When they are playing together, you see the best of them. But when Pedri is playing alone, you don't actually see the best of Pedri. When Frankie de Jong is alone, you don't actually see the best in him. But when they are together, you see the game flowing, right? So when Frankie de Jong came in, that was the moment the game changed. Now, people are asking, how did Ronald Araujo get to that level of a winger to give that assist to Eric Garcia? And the question is, what was Eric Garcia also doing there? That is just the Barcelona team that we want, and we want them to be consistent, right? We want them to be consistent. And from nowhere, Robert Lewandowski also came in, which was a good substitution for him. So 3 goals already this season for Robert Lewandowski from the bench. And Frankie de Jong just crossed him a ball. He scored. He easily scored the ball. And the most important thing in every football game, like I always say, is the 3 points. When you grab the 3 points, you keep the 3 points aside. You start asking yourself, how did we get these 3 points? That is what I'm asking. The way Barcelona got these 3 points against Real Oviedo was not actually the best. I know some people might not understand me. Barcelona can play better than this, but winning 3 La Liga games in a row in the absence of Lamine Yamal with 1 UEFA Champions League game, making a total of 4 games without Lamine Yamal, tells a lot. Barcelona is improving, but just the way they played against Getafe last weekend and the way they played against Real Oviedo today, they were 2 different games, right? I expected them to do better, but I'm still happy for the victory. And one thing I know for sure is that Hansi Flick is someone that has a lot of experience. He's going to tell these players what they made wrong and what they can do better. When you take a look at this game also, Rafinha was not actually in the game. That is the main reason why Hansi Flick substituted him. Dani Olmo was not also in this game. He did not really play well. If I'm being honest, he was not at his best. And I think Dani Olmo of last season is still to be back here, because we are still to see the Dani Olmo of last season. But anyways, let us still be thankful for the 3 points, because football game is all about 3 points. If you can be getting the 3 points every day, at the end of the season, you grab all the trophies, which is actually one of the most important things. And the other thing is how you got the 3 points. For now, the 3 points, the way they came, it was not actually the best way. For me, if I'm being honest with you, the way the 3 points came was not actually the best way. Conceding a goal against Real Oviedo is not actually the best thing. but the goal came through a mistake. And I expected Barcelona to score at least 5 goals in this game. Yes, that was my predictions. Barcelona to score at least 5 goals in this game. But either ways, I'm still happy for the victory. If I'm being honest with you, I'm still happy for the victory. And I believe that the game this weekend against Real Sociedad is going to be a game that they are going to use and correct the mistakes of today's game. Remember, this game against Real Sociedad is a game in preparation for the Paris Saint-Germain game next week. And they have to win this game. Remember, Real Madrid is already sit at the top of the Laliga table with 18 points out of 18, 6 victories out of 6. Barcelona with 5 victories out of 6 and 1 draw in 1 game against Rayo Vallecano. And now, the take-home message in this game is very simple. The level at which Hansi Flick is bringing in Marcus Rashford, he should continue to do like that because the guy is doing best. So well. Marcus Rashford is gradually getting to his best. He provided an assist today. Yes. And last week against Getafe, he provided an assist. And I think last week he scored 2 goals in the UEFA Champions League. Who knows if he's not going to score a hat-trick against Real Sociedad, score a hat-trick against PSG. Let us just hope the guy continue in this trajectory because he's gradually getting to his best again. And I'm happy for him. I'm very, very happy for him. And for Rafinha, I don't know, Rafinha, please, Rafinha, get back to yourself of last season. There are games where you're like this. There are games where you are like this. I don't understand. There are games where you are really good and there are some games where you are not good. There are games where you get to your peak. There are some games where you still fall down. Rise and fall. Rafinha, please get back to your best. So whenever Lamine Yamal returns, you guys can continue from there and cook all clubs in Spain. Cook all clubs in Europe. We need to win La Liga again this season. We need to win the Copa del Rey. We need to win the UEFA Champions. In fact, we need to win every possible trophy this season. Why not? We can go for a season without any defeat. We can go throughout the season without any defeat. And also, the way Ronald Araujo played today, if I'm being honest with you, I'm so happy for Ronald Araujo. He was the man of the match for me in this game. 1 goal, 1 assist as a central defender. Massive congratulations to Barcelona, and we are hoping for the best. I am disappointed with the way they performed today, but I'm very satisfied with the 3 points. I don't know if you understand me. Disappointed with how they played the game, but satisfied with the 3 points. It's just like a job where you work. You are not satisfied with the output of the job, but money comes at the end, right? That is exactly what happened today against Real Oviedo. And I am taking this special moment to appreciate all Barcelona fans that have been supporting this club because I've been a Barcelona fan since 2015. I've been supporting Barcelona since 2015. So I've been supporting this club for 10 years. And you all know what Barcelona have been through. And we pray that they continue to improve every day. Also guys, if this is the first time you are come across my YouTube channel, I want to end the video here and I don't want it to be long. If this is the first time you are come across my YouTube channel, I'm going to appreciate you if you can hit a thumb up to the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, most importantly share the video to 1 to 2 people, and tell me what you think about this game between Real Oviedo versus FC Barcelona that just ended in favor of FC Barcelona. 3 goals to 1, goal scored by Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo and Robert Lewandowski.